Te Reo has entered my work from a need to try and express content in my work. I know that when I went to art school I learnt all about geometric abstraction, and it was all just formalist playing around with colours and shapes and designs. And I guess as time's gone on, I've really looked at the idea of titles and trying to lift my painting outside of just painting. I did a whole lot of designs that were based on the Puna designs, or Stairway to Heaven design. And I gave them these works titles after great people that have stepped into heaven, people like Abraham, and I used the title Abrahama, which is the Māori translation for it. I did another painting which is another tribute to a man called Isaiah, another biblical figure, and I gave it the title Ihaka. So through titles, that was one way of just trying to get content into the work. I mean, here's a really interesting thing I love about the Māori language, is that Māori language is quite a complex language, a high complex language. In other words, one word can mean a lot of different things. Like take, for example, I've got a work behind me here which is called piki. Now piki, it means helper, but yet piki can also mean ascend or promote. There's another word that I used a few years ago called rata, which means doctor or physician, and I used it in the context of the Rena disaster for the Tauranga Art Gallery. They had just been through a terrible time, and their land needed healing, it needed a doctor, so I just used this word. But rata also means suffer. But just that's the beautiful thing about the Māori language, it just keeps moving around in whatever context. It can have multiple associations. And you think about that with painting, like painting is just you're putting up an image and it's got multiple readings. Depending on what context you come from, what background you come from, you get multiple readings from it. I think that's a beautiful thing about the Māori language. It's such a beautiful fit with painting.